Alright, what up guys? This is Coach Schmidt with an In the Kitchen segment, and today we're going to go over how to make green vegetable shakes, aka the Green Monsters. And just to give you a little bit of background on these shakes, anybody who is talking about nutrition knows I'm big on proteins, vegetables, and water being kind of the big three core things when it comes to nutrition. And for me personally, I was pretty good at incorporating good protein and vegetable sources kind of at lunch and maybe dinner time, but was not very good always in the morning. And so these shakes kind of evolved out of that as something that I was trying to kind of solve within my own habits. And from there, what the basis of these shakes became was how many green vegetables can I possibly fit into one of these shakes and have it not taste like absolute crap. So have it taste pretty damn good. And with a lot of trial and error, I think I've come up with a recipe that seems to kind of bode really well to kind of those things. So we can we're going to talk about what goes in the shakes. Obviously, we're going to kind of go over how to make the shakes, and then maybe I'll give you a little bit of tips along the way of like, you don't have to make them exactly this way. We can substitute some things in and out of them to kind of fit what you're looking for a little bit. But we'll just go over what I do with these shakes. So within one of these shakes right here, there's going to be an entire lemon. We're going to have 2 teaspoons of maca powder. We are going to have 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. We're going to have 1/3 of this guy right here, coconut cream. We'll have a serving of this Garden of Life vanilla pea protein powder. And then we have these Rushmore organic berry mix, which has cherries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and pomegranates. And then this bag of power greens here, spinach, kale, and chard. So there's 5 cups of vegetables, green vegetables that are going to go in there. So the way that we do it, we put the liquids first. So I'll break I'll roll my lemon, okay. And what I'll do, cut it in half, squeeze it out. Now, we get a few seeds in that process when we do that. So what I do is I'll squeeze the lemons, and then I'll take the seeds out, just throw them out. Now, when I make them, another thing I was looking for was to be really time efficient, and that requires some preparation, so some meal prep, right? So to not have to wake up every single day and make breakfast is a win for me. It's been helpful for a lot of my athletes that have some time constraints. So what I actually do is I'll make 3 shakes at once. So that's why there was already some liquid in there. So there'll be 3 lemons in here right now. And again, that's a blender full, so that'll be you'll see that there's again 3 in 1 here, but. Then I'll pour about 1/3 of this coconut cream. And then I'll toss this right in the blender. I'll add a little bit of water, so I don't know, about 1/3 of one of these mason jars. Forgot one thing. 2 fluid ounces of aloe vera. Now I have measured in the past, I don't do that now. So we pretty much just eyeball it here at this point. So then we'll add the maca powder. Then we'll add the chia seeds. a scoop, well, I'm going to do 3, right? So 3 scoops of this Garden of Life protein powder. And then the berries. So again, we're going for about 1.5 cups, so it'll be half a cup per shake. Close it up, and then we'll blend this up right here. Turn all that to liquid, and then what I'll do is I'll take this bag, cut it open because I'm not trying to waste time here. Notice how it's frozen, so it's a little bit easier to grab. And then we're literally going to fit an entire bag of greens into this blender here. So it takes a couple tries to get all of them in there. So what we do is we add the greens. I'll add a little bit of that water. And then we'll blend this down. Just like that. Let's blend it down. We got a little more space. So we finish this bag. And again, there are 16 cups of vegetables in this bag right here. So in 2 tries, we can fit 16 cups and blend it down. Usually there's a couple straggler leaves on the outside, so put those back in the middle one more time. That'll do it. There we go. Green monsters right here. So this looks absolutely terrible. It is not terrible. It's actually pretty delicious. Everybody that sees me drinking these things, I offer them a try. It's the same response every time. I didn't think it would taste that good. It's actually really good. So like I said, we break this into 3. So I got these mason jars here, and I'll pour 3 servings worth. And you can drink 1 of these a day, 2 of these a day, 3 of these a day. It doesn't really matter. What I typically do is I'll actually make 9 in one go. So you see this video is, what, 9 minutes so far? So it takes about, I don't know, 7-8 minutes to make 1 batch. I make 3 batches. I'll save them in the fridge. I notice that 3 days in the fridge, the greens don't taste bad. When you go 4 or 5, it gets a little sketchy there. So 3 days is good, so I'll usually make 3 days worth. And I drink 3 of these a day. So that's 16 cups of vegetables in just shakes alone. So there you have it, the green shakes. Now I will talk just a little bit about some of those ingredients and kind of why I chose what I chose. So like I said in the beginning, my biggest barrier that I wanted to try to solve with my nutrition was to get more vegetables in the morning, earlier in the day. So again, fit as many as I can in here. This is not meant to be some like sugary, tasty, really tasty shake that's, got a ton of like fruit in it and all kinds of stuff. Basically, it was all about the vegetables. The things that I added were obviously some health benefits, but also just to kind of neutralize the taste and make it taste a little bit better. So that kind of starts with lemons. Lemons really kind of, again, neutralize that bitteriness of the greens. There's a ton of vitamin C in lemons. Lemons are delicious, really good for you. I love something that's a little bit sour, so lemons are great. The other things that go in there, this coconut cream here. So coconuts they have a type of fat called a medium chain triglyceride, which is pretty much great fuel for your brain. It's a fat that doesn't get broken down like other fats. It requires like bile acids and stuff like that. So really good for you there. There's a lot of like magnesium in there, like electrolytes, magnesium, sodium are in the coconut cream. Packs a lot of saturated fat, so it's good on that front. This maca powder, so maca powder is actually a root vegetable. It's got like a nutty taste to it. So again, it's got some it adds a little bit of a different flavor to this. And maca powder is really good at increasing your body's own kind of antioxidant stores of something called superoxide dismutase. And that is really good at kind of buffering some like acidity and crap that goes on in your body. It helps remove some of those free radicals. We have chia seeds, okay? Chia seeds, okay? Chia is the Mayan word for strength, okay? So chia seeds are very popular, have been very popular for a long time as like a superfood, right? So chia seeds have a great amount, a lot of fiber, iron, they pack a lot of calcium, protein. It's pretty much like a good food source in and of itself. And they're pretty cheap. Adds really well to a shake. What else we got? The berries. I don't really have to talk a ton about berries. Berries and greens, I mean, come on. Antioxidants, berry content. The reason why I add berries is obviously for some of the health benefits, but also it doesn't have a ton of sugar. So compared to other fruits, they're fairly low in sugar. So that was another goal of mine, was to see how little sugar I could add to one of these shakes. And so berries do a good job with that. The greens, I mean, kale, spinach, chard, tons of health benefits there. But let's talk a little about the protein. So for me, again, I chose to use a plant-based protein, mostly because a whey protein doesn't tend to kind of favor well with my stomach. So I don't handle, is it lactose, is it something else, I don't know, but either way I don't handle whey protein very well. I don't handle most dairy products very well. So I've gone with a pea protein, which uses different mixes of things to basically make a complete protein profile. So this particular brand is a really good brand, and they taste pretty good. So it's a vanilla-based protein, but again, for me, that was a substitute for like whey protein. So you can use whey protein if you would like. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to be offended by that. Okay, a lot of my athletes will use whey protein. Another one that I use again is a coconut-based cream here. A popular substitute for that would be like yogurt. Okay, same deal with me with yogurt. I don't handle yogurt very well, so I use a coconut cream. And that's kind of another thing that I talk about a lot is if you eat something or drink something and you feel, lethargic afterwards, or you have a stomach ache, or you get bloated and gassy and all this stuff, like there's probably something within, whatever you just ate that isn't favoring very well with your body, So most of your immune system is housed in your gut. And so anything that irritates your gut, you kind of want to look out for. So for me at least, I'm very aware of kind of things that I guess irritate me or make me feel a certain way after I eat them. And I've tinkered with that process a lot and try to figure out foods that I just don't think, again, don't bode very well with my stomach. And so, that was for me a lot of dairy products. So that's why I chose these. But again, you can substitute that. You don't have to use the maca powder. Obviously packs a punch. It's a great, it's a great addition to the shakes, both from a flavor standpoint and also the superfoods that are in it. You don't have to use the maca powder. I didn't use it until, I don't know, fairly recently, but it does add some goodness there. Chia seeds are great. They're pretty cheap too, so chia seeds would be something I'd probably try to keep in there. And then you know, the greens. The ratio of greens for me, how much could I pack in there? You don't need to put that many greens. I mean, I'm probably on the extreme end there, but just giving you an idea as to how much you can possibly fit in one of those things. It is over 5 cups. It's a freaking ton. But if you start with a cup, great. You know, start with that. Maybe add more as you go. You'd be surprised at how much you could fit in there, and not really notice the taste. You know. Okay, we got the aloe vera juice. The aloe vera juice, it's pretty heavily researched for like gastric issues. You know, so acid reflux, some other things. It's been kind of shown to really help with the gut. So again, I try to support a healthy gut as much as possible, so aloe vera juice is a great thing for that. Other things you can add, I didn't put this in there, it's crazy expensive. Camu powder, this is like it's got a very sour taste to it. I really like sour food, so that's something that I will add to some of my shakes, but again, you start jacking up the price when you start putting stuff like that in there. But there you have it. Green shakes, the Green Monsters. If you guys do try this recipe out, let me know what you think, or if you play with some different ratios and try other things out, let me know what you guys think. I would love to maybe try your recipes. So there you have it.